Hello students, let's see the nomenclature of ethers, how to write the common name and IUPAC name of ethers. We know that ethers are having the general formula ROR, where two alkyl groups are connected to oxygen atom. Instead of alkyl groups, there may be aryl group is also there. So anyway, two alkyl groups or aryl groups are connected to oxygen atom. That is the general formula of ethers, that is ROR. So now let us see the nomenclature. First of all, we will write the common name. So I have written some compounds. We will write the common name of some compounds. First one is CH3O, CH2, CH3. So the common name is written in the format alkyl or aryl ether. First of all, we will find out the alkyl group or aryl group and write the name of that alkyl group or aryl group, and we can add ether. That is a general format for writing common name. Here we need to find out the alkyl group or aryl group. Here we can see there is a methyl group and here there is an ethyl group. So two alkyl groups are there, but they are different. So we need to find out the alphabetical order. So here E comes first. So we will write ethyl, methyl, ether. So this is a common name. So this is the alkyl part, ethyl, methyl, that is the alkyl part. Then we will add ether. So ethyl, methyl, ether is a common name of this particular compound. Now let's see another compound, that is CH3O, CH3. So two alkyl groups are connected to oxygen atom. Here the alkyl group is methyl and here the alkyl group is methyl. So two methyl groups are there. So we will write the alkyl group as dimethyl. So since two methyl groups are there, we will write dimethyl. Then we can add ether. So dimethyl ether, that is a common name of this particular compound. Now let us write another compound, that is CH3O, CH2, CH2, CH3. So here this is the methyl group and this part, this is actually normal propyl group. This is a propyl group. It is a normal propyl group. So methyl and normal propyl. So M and P. So M comes first. So we will write methyl, normal propyl, ether. So alkyl ether. So two alkyl groups are there, methyl and normal propyl. So methyl, normal propyl, ether. That is the common name of this particular compound. Now let's see another compound, that is CH3O, C6H5. So this is a methyl group and this will be a phenyl group. There is an aryl part. We can write this compound as like this also, that is a phenyl group, then OCH3. So phenyl group, OCH3. So both are same. So there is an aryl group and alkyl group. So here also we will see the alphabetical order. M comes first, so it will be methyl, phenyl, methyl, phenyl, ether. So this will be the common name of this particular compound. Now let's see one more compound, that is CH3O, CH3, CH3. So this is methyl group and this will be an isopropyl group. So two alkyl groups. So M and P. Again M comes first, so it will be methyl, isopropyl, ether. So methyl isopropyl ether is the common name of this particular compound. So we can name one more compound, that is OCH2 6 times CH3. Here also there is an aryl part and an alkyl part. Aryl part and alkyl part. This will be phenyl group and this will be 6 plus 7. 7 carbon atoms are there. So it will be heptyl group. So it will be a heptyl group. So H comes first. So it will be heptyl, phenyl, heptyl, phenyl, ether. So this is the common name of this compound. So anyway, ethers are named in the common system as alkyl or aryl ether. We need to find out the alkyl group or aryl group and write the name of that alkyl group or aryl group, then add ether. So if there is different alkyl group or aryl group, we need to find out the alphabetical order also. So we can write the common name in the format alkyl or aryl ether. So this is about common names. Now let's see the IUPAC name of ethers. How to write the IUPAC name. So the general format is actually, it is named as alkoxy alkane. Here I have written the general format as alkoxy alkane. Here alkoxy part is actually RO. So ROR. So ROR is there. So RO part, RO, that is considered as an alkoxy part and the other part is considered as an alkane part. And this alkoxy part is actually considered as a substituent. It will be considered as a substituent. So the format for IUPAC naming of ethers, that is alkoxy alkane. Now let's see the first compound again, that is CH3O CH2 CH3. So first of all, we need to find out the alkoxy part and alkane part. In order to find out the alkane part, we will see the longest chain. The longest chain or longest alkyl group. So here there is only one carbon atom. Here there are two carbon atoms. So this will be the longest alkyl group and this is considered as alkane. So the alkane part is taken where more number of carbon atoms in the alkyl group. So this will be the alkane part and this part will be considered as the alkoxy part. So we will see the substituent as CH3O and this will be the alkane part. So alkane part and alkoxy part will be there. Alkoxy part is the smallest part, that means that part is having the number of carbon atoms will be less, and in the alkane part the longest chain is considered. So which is having the longest part, which alkyl part is having the longest chain, that is considered as the alkane part. So here there is one carbon atom, here there are two carbon atoms. So one is methyl part and the other part is ethyl part. So this will be the longest chain, so or the longest alkyl group. So this is considered as the alkane part. Now we can name it as alkoxy alkane. Since it is CH3O, we can write it as methoxy. It will be methoxy since it is CH3O. We know that CH3, that is a methyl group. CH3O is written as methoxy. Methoxy, then alkane. Alkane means this part. So two carbon atoms are there. So the parent alkane will be ethane. So it will be methoxy ethane. So the IUPAC name is methoxy ethane. So alkoxy alkane, that is a common format for writing the IUPAC name. So the first one is methoxy ethane. Now let us see another compound, CH3O CH3. So both alkyl groups are methyl group. and there is only one carbon atom on both sides. So one should be methoxy part and the other will be methane. So this will be methoxy methane. Since both are having one carbon atom in the alkyl part, so anyone can be considered as the methoxy part. So it will be methoxy and methane. So alkoxy alkane. So this is the name of this particular compound. Then next one is CH3O CH2 CH2 CH3. Here also we will find the largest alkyl group. Here there is only one carbon atom in this side, here 1, 2 and 3. So this will be the largest alkyl group and this will be considered as the alkane part and this part will be considered as the alkoxy part. So it will be methoxy. 3 carbon atoms are there. Since 3 carbon atoms are there, the parent alkane is propane. So it will be methoxy propane. Now let's see another compound, that is CH3OC6H5. Here there is 6 carbon atoms. Here there is only one carbon atom. So this will be considered as the methoxy, or that means the alkoxy part, and this will be the alkane part. So it will be methoxy. Since it is C6H5, the alkane part, or it will be benzene, since there are 6 carbon atoms. So methoxy benzene. So that is the IUPAC name of this particular compound. Now let's see another compound, that is OCCH2 6 times CH3. So here 6 plus 1, 7 carbon atoms are there. Here there is 6 carbon atoms. So this will be the alkane part and this part will be the alkoxy part. Here there is a phenyl group, so we will write it as phenoxy, and this is 7 carbon atoms are there, so it will be phenoxyheptane. So alkoxy alkane. So the alkane part is having more number of carbon atoms. So the largest alkyl part, that will be considered as the alkane part. The other part will be the alkoxy part. Here it is phenyl group, so it is phenoxyheptane. Now let us see another compound, that is CH3CH2CH3. So here in this part, so there are 2 carbon atoms, and here we need to number it as the as we need to get the longest chain. So the rule we have already studied, that is, in order to get the longest chain we need to number this compound. So this part should be numbered in order to get the longest chain. So if I am starting from here, we can write it as, we can number it as 1, 2 and 3. So this is the longest chain, 1, 2 and 3. Here there are 2 carbon atoms. So this part will be the alkane part. So 1, 2, 3 carbon atoms. So propane, that will be the alkane part, and this will be the alkoxy part. So 2 carbon atoms are there. So it will be ethoxy. Then comes the largest part, that is propane. Ethoxy propane. Here we need to write the number, or which carbon atom or which alkoxy part is connected to which carbon atom. Here we need to write that number also. So this alkoxy part, here I have already told you alkoxy part, that is considered as a substituent. So this substituent is actually connected to this carbon atom. That means the second carbon atom of this particular chain. So second carbon atom, not the first carbon atom. So it is the second carbon atom. So this alkoxy part or this alkoxy substituent is connected to the second carbon atom of this particular alkane. So we need to write that number also. 2-ethoxy propane. So 2-ethoxy propane. Ethoxy group is connected to the second carbon atom. So 2-ethoxy propane is the IUPAC name of that particular compound. Then we will see one more compound, that is so this is the alkoxy part actually, that is OC2H5. Here alkoxy part is connected to the cyclohexane. So in this cyclohexane actually there is a nitro group is also there, and nitro group is a substituent, and this alkoxy group is also a substituent on the cyclohexane. So this is actually C2H5. C2H5O means that is an ethoxy group. So ethoxy group, and this is actually nitro group. So they are in the 1-2 position. So which one comes first, or which is at the first position? So E comes first, so it will be 1 and this will be 2. So ethoxy substituent and nitro substituent. So these two substituents are connected to a cyclohexane. So we can write it as 1-ethoxy, 2-nitro. This is cyclohexane, so it will be 1-ethoxy, 2-nitro cyclohexane. So this will be the IUPAC name of this particular compound. So in the case of ethers, we can write the common name as in this format, that is alkyl ether. So first of all we will find the alkyl group and write the name of alkyl group, then add ether. That is the format for common name. For IUPAC naming, we will write in this format, that is alkoxy alkane, and alkoxy part is actually considered as a substituent. So alkoxy alkane is a that is a general format for the IUPAC name of ethers, and we will see the alkane part and alkoxy part by considering the number of carbon atoms in the alkyl group. If more carbon atoms are there in the alkyl group, that is considered as the alkane part, and the other part is considered as the alkoxy part. So this is about the nomenclature of ethers.